I'm most proud of, and I think my biggest accomplishments have been in the classroom. I always feel like I have the most satisfaction with my community class, even though it's a small group of people. I live in a small town, so it's not like there's a ton of people to draw from anyway, but I feel really good about the things that they've learned and the progress that they've made and the commitment that they've shown in the class. But also, I'm really proud of how I've been able to build relationships with students in the school and how they're always happy when they see me, generally, aside from a few sassy students who like to tell me, oh, if only you hadn't come today. But they're like mostly joking because they just don't want English. But in general, like, I get along with all the kids. They, even when they're like complaining about other teachers, like, I feel like they have confiance with me and they always are willing to work with me even when they don't want to do anything and have no interest in the topic, but they'll still do it.
My community class and the relationships that I've built with my community students, that was easily reflected when my mom came, and the students were just so happy to finally meet my mom and say, like, now we have an idea of why Angelica, is the way she is, she's so amazing, we're so glad to have her. And so I feel blessed to be able to see how they made that connection between like me and my mom and also between me and my students.
Orlando?
Yes.
Nice to meet
Nice
you,
to meet
Orlando.
you too. Ya van a salir ya.
Hello, my name is Ada.
Ada?
Ya van a salir.
Nice to meet you, Ada. I'm Jackie.
Having been a director in Camp Glow, I'm really proud of all the work that me and my fellow directors put into that, and despite all the challenges, how well it came out and how many people we were able to affect and how many girls took so many things away from that and how many young leaders there are on the coast, and I was really excited to just be part of that experience with them. I think too, I'm proud of myself in that I've been able to kind of get through some of the darker times without like giving up on myself. I think there was a couple times where it was like, why am I here? What am I doing? And I'm really proud of myself that I'm able to overcome those dark situations and find a reason to keep working and look to the people around me and look to my community for support, and knowing that there's that strength in me to keep going.
I think I am most proud of my teachers that come on Saturday mornings for roadshow presentations and send evidence, and I even did a presentation last week for an entire school in the Sierra. They literally wake up at 3:30 in the morning to go to work. Some of them come from Cienega. So the fact that they are so committed that they want even more resources, I love it. And also my community students that have come so far. They just amaze me as people.
One of my biggest accomplishments is having my family come down to visit me. When I told them I was coming down to Colombia, they were very nervous and had the idea in their head that it was about kidnapping and cocaine, and then they came down and realized it was a beautiful country of really welcoming people, and they left Colombia as some of the best ambassadors.
First of all, my community class, that I managed to have a core group of 15 students stick with me for more than a year in my community classes. It definitely wasn't how it started, since I started with 50 my first night, but to get people to commit to 3 hours a week during their normal lives is incredible, and to have them stay at it for so long is incredible. I think the biggest impact that I've made during my time here is helping Americans to better understand Colombians through my blog, through Oiste, through Peace Corps social media, through visits. I've been super lucky to have multiple family members and friends come to visit, and just being able to show people, whether it's firsthand through those visits or thirdhand through my writing, how the people of Colombia really are and how Colombia really is, changing the perception of it being a place that's all drug trade and blah, 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 but teaching them more about its history and what its culture is has been really cool. So I think definitely third goal.
I am really, really proud of the work I did with Outside Lens. I really like that I discovered it early in my service, and that I was able to continue the work that previous volunteers had done, but also start to figure out how to grow the program. I'm really proud of the visit that the Americans when they came, and then my students who participated in, especially in the visit, watching them just take on a leadership role and organize things was probably the single proudest I've been my whole service, to see everything just unroll without me doing anything, and they handled it, and see them like step up to the plate. I couldn't have been more proud of my kids.
Definitely the septic tank project I recently completed with my site mate, Eli. That's definitely my biggest accomplishment. We worked in a neighborhood and put in septic tanks in about 70 houses where people didn't have proper waste management infrastructure and had to go out into the field to use the bathroom. And now there are lots of families who can go to the bathroom in their own house. And it's without a doubt the most gratifying project or thing I've been involved with during my service.
Everything. My relationship with my school, I'm really proud of that, for sure.
Tourism went okay for a little bit. And then I think just getting through the school year has been a big accomplishment for you.
Really learning about the artisanal community in my community. I'm learning how to weave and crochet and learn about the history and all that goes into that process. And I'm proud I'm finally learning Spanish. I still have a lot more to learn.
Well, I will brag to you, but I have been working on renovating an abandoned park in my village, and gracias a Dios, we're going to put a park in there, and I think I will be able to see the new park before COS.
My level of patience is off the roof. It's like becoming resilient more than I was before, but definitely in the most awkward situations, most uncomfortable situation, trying to just be patient has saved my sanity.
Definitely most proud of just the relationship that I have with my counterparts at my school. I love working with them, and I think that they've really grown along with me, and so I love that we have that relationship.
I'm most proud of my yoga and meditation workshop with school and the family I've created amongst the dance group.
And one of the biggest things that I'm proud of is Camp Hero. I remember that, whenever we just started, it was kind of an idea. And now, it's actually starting to become a reality. And there were some kids that needed help with study abroad interviews, and I helped them, and 7 out of 8 of them are going to go abroad now because of the help that I gave them with their English, so I was very proud of that.
That the projects I've done weren't just by myself, they were with the community, and specifically the spa grant that I did with the foundation in my community, and it involved a lot of, I was just teaching English classes focused on tourism to adults, but it wasn't my original idea. I didn't do a lot of the planning or heavy lifting, they did that, but I was just happy to be a part of it and to help them in any way I can. So